eggerino. Ooh, I do not like that. Oh, that is bad. That's hair. Don't get this. Don't get this. Back in the saddle, so to say. SD said I should be sweeter, because I'm always bitter and sarcastic all the time. So naturally I took his figurative advice literally, and got a goodie bag. A bag full of things. Now, I'm not big into sweets or anything like that, and obviously probably not too much into chocolate, but I figured I'd give some of these oddballs a try. For this one, I decided to do something a little bit different. I figured a lot of YouTubers like to do amateur food reviews in their cars. I'm doing mine in an actual recording room. The popular holiday Easter is coming up. Rebirth, springtime, liveliness, resurrection, and diabetes. These are the themes around this holiday, so I figured I'd lean into one and make a video related to that. Now, this video is gonna have kind of a theme, right? Two themes even. One, Reese's. Two, Easter. When you think of these two, you're naturally going to want to think of the typical Reese's egg shape candy, but that's not all they do around Easter. They do all sorts of other things. Reese's has decided to get into all sorts of mischief and make random shit. I don't know what they were thinking. Peanut butter, chocolate, it's a solid combination. You don't need to get wild and wacky with it. But to this, Reese's said, fuck you. I'm gonna make a pretzel. Now, I'm not going to be trying this one because obviously it's just normal Reese's. The texture is better, in my opinion, for the egg. Those pointies around the edge, they just don't taste good. Moving on. And also, to go with texture, we have this Reese's Snack Cake. Now, does it look good? I mean, yes, but at the same time, why did I think this was going to be a good idea? I don't like sugar. No, we're just going to hope for the best. Kind of reminds me of just the packaging anyway. It reminds me of Swiss rolls. You know, Swiss rolls, Little Debbie. I'm only going to try one, maybe even just a bite. They're actually a lot harder than I thought they would be. This is like you can make a log cabin out of this bitch. It wouldn't last very long, but you could. I just got a flashback to like Willy Wonka. The Johnny Depp one's called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. The old one is called Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. So there's the difference. So you don't just have to say the Johnny Depp one or the old one. But yeah, in the newer one, Charlie, they made a palace out of chocolate, and this absolute tool was just, he wasn't eating the palace as he was instructed to do, and it melted. And I'm surprised there were no casualties. I mean, maybe there were. Wonka's pretty dark. I can't decide if I like it or I hate it. Ultimately, it is disappointing. So you can see the brownie, whatever, the brownie layer. It adds nothing. You expect it to be like something kind of soft to just like bite into. I wouldn't call it like a cookie layer. It's, yeah, it's supposed to be cake, so you would expect it to be like nice and soft or something like that. And for those of you out there who are all like,
oh, but it's packaged, it's processed, of course it's gonna be not soft like a normal cake.
bullshit, okay? Little Debbie could figure it out. Reese's, with the millions upon millions of dollars they have, they couldn't figure out how to make a decent cake layer in a thing. Unless the peanut butter dried it out. That is possible. It's just so dry. It may as well just not be there. Moving on, because I don't feel like finishing that. So this isn't weird or anything, but they do happen to have a bunch of these, and this is only one version, which is why I didn't get all the other ones. They come in a box. It's all the same stuff, though. They did not make this easy to open, did they? Oh, you bastards. You fucking troglodyte. That's hair. Ooh, I know it's supposed to be like fur, but it just looks like veins. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it, but that does not make me want to eat this thing. Looks like a veiny fucking rabbit. It also kind of looks like shit, so I'll just go ahead and take a bite. Ooh, I do not like that. Oh, that is bad. Don't get this. Don't get this. Oh, that milk chocolate is so bad. Reese's, what the fuck? Like, I'm not even trying to like play this up. That was genuinely fucking gross. Oh. And the thing is, it's just normal milk chocolate. Well, if you like shitty milk chocolate, this is the one for you. Okay. Now, there are a couple of these that you may have seen. They actually do regular egg shape, not just the flat egg, where it's egg shape, but it's like a 2D egg shape, whereas these are the full eggerino. Yeah, so they have the regular, which is just filled with the shitty peanut butter that they use. And then the other one, which you may have probably seen, is it's called the Shake and Break, where it's just filled with Reese's Pieces. Fun fact with Reese's Pieces, I hate them. I know, it's kind of controversial opinion, whatever. There's a reason behind it though. So back in middle school, there was this gumball machine kind of thing. It had Skittles, it had Reese's Pieces, it had like M&Ms, and then Mike and Ike's. No, it's just the shitty red ones. Either way, not important. So we figured out you didn't have to put in a quarter if you broke it. When you brute force mechanical things, sometimes they just give way. Now, brute force is actually very good for a mechanic because of the process known as mechanical agitation. And that's essentially what we were doing to the spinner. Normally, you put a quarter in and then you turn it, and then if it doesn't have the quarter, it's not going to turn all the way because the quarter is essentially like a key. Using the power of, we were able to, spin it against its will. So needless to say, we got free Reese's Pieces anytime we wanted. They grew old real fast when you eat them that frequently. It was kind of the punishment was part of the crime at one point, because it was like, I'm hungry and I didn't bring any food, but I really fucking hate Reese's Pieces now. Whatever. And so you do the crime and you suffer for it. So that is my eternal punishment. My eternal punishment for stealing Reese's Pieces as a middle schooler is that I hate them now. So now we gotta open this bad bitch up. Oh, that opens up very nicely. Ooh, okay. So it's probably gonna taste like shit, but just look at this. So it's hard to see because the camera won't fucking focus. You know, when you go like Easter egg hunting as a kid, or you would have these plastic eggs that you open up, you put candy inside, you close them, and then you hide them. And then, the kids would go find the eggs, and then you get the little candy inside. Well, it actually has a seam around there, so it would open up like a normal egg. It didn't open as easily as I thought, which is actually a good thing, because I just dropped it on the floor. But it's okay, because you don't eat the outside chocolate. Let's pan this can down. You want one egg or two? Oh, that was so satisfying. Oh, but that's gonna be a bitch to clean up. Oh, you fucking, you didn't even. I got ripped off. Okay, look at this. Look at this. 1, 9, 7, 6, 2, 5, 10, 4, 8, 3, 11. There were 11 Reese's Pieces in this thing, and I don't want to eat any of them. Let's see if I can put them back in. I imagine someone has tried doing that with a regular egg. Like they cracked it and they're like, oh shit, and then they realize that they didn't need another egg, so they just like try to scoop it back up and just like put the shell back on. You'd have to be pretty fucking stupid to do that. Look at this. This is so much to clean. Alright, well that was fucking terrible. We'll also go ahead, do the other egg real quick. Now I have high expectations for this one. If it doesn't have a floral design on it, it's trash. No, I don't like that. I don't like that as much. I mean, I know why. I know why they did it, but I don't like it. All right, let's just test this bad puppy out. You want one egg or two? It didn't work. Shit design. It doesn't crack like a real egg. You ever try to crack an egg with one hand? That's how the pros do it. Yeah, you like that? I'll eat part of the egg, part of the egg shell. Yeah, it's just shitty milk chocolate. Oddly enough, though, for some reason, it's 10 times better than this rabbit. No! Moving on, though, something you may have not seen. The marshmallow top. I can tell you right now, it's going to be disgusting. They never get marshmallow right. I already don't like it. I already don't like it. How does it smell? Okay, so it looks like it's a pretty thin layer, actually. Look how thin that is compared to the chocolate. Now, that's how I thought it was. So, here we are, 20 hours later. My chakras are now in sync. We're ready to do this. I like playing with matches. Shut the fuck up. Okay, back in the game. Ready to eat some more chocolate. I didn't realize that the recording stopped until I was at the end already, so I tasted them all and I was literally about to give my verdict and just rank them. Have I learned nothing from watching Chubby Emu? Literally, like, almost every single video is like, man drinks 2 gallons of prune juice. This is how his liver shut down, or something like that. Canine eats 2 pounds of chocolate. This is how his organs shut down.
Presenting to the emergency room, dead on arrival.
People just doing excessive dumb shit in order to, I don't know, get clout. This is just masochism, but I'm doing it in front of a camera. Look at this. Just look at how thin that mallow layer is, right, compared to the chocolate. But on the packaging, it's like this. It's like half and half. You see that? These are not the same. False advertisement. Nope. It's just gross. I don't know if this is in the recording or not. This, I think, was $1. I tried it, as you can see. Bit off the fucker's ears. And, gotta say, that is gross. That is a hair. And that is not my hair. Oh, that's nasty. The milk chocolate that they use for these specifically, I don't know if it's actually different or if I'm just crazy, but it tastes so much worse on this specifically. What the fuck is PGPR? We'll go ahead and do this one. So I don't know if you guys knew this, but Reese's doesn't just do candy. They also do mac and cheese. I'm joking, they don't do that. No, but Reese's did something that made some sense. They made a snack bar. It comes with two little snack chodes of Reese's goodness, or whatever you want to call it. I kind of already ate a bit of this, so just a little recap, I guess. Texture-wise, it's the best. Flavor-wise, not too terribly sweet. Will I ever buy it again? No. Probably gonna stay away from Reese's for a while after this video's over. Something else that I found, which I thought was interesting, Junior Mint's eggs. I like Junior Mints because I like mint in general, so it's kind of just a treat and a break from all this peanut butter chocolate nonsense. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, that's pretty good. Doesn't that just make your mouth water? Just a little egg with some cum in it. Let's move on, shall we? First up, we have, well, I guess it's not first. It's second to last, so it's not really first, is it? It's okay. It got a participation. I just had a fucking stroke. It had a participation award for being possibly the worst abomination on this planet. Now, I may have spoiled the ranking a little bit by giving its WWE intro, spoiling the surprise, opening the Kinder Egg early, but this is foul. This is a sin. I found something called Reese's Pretzels. So I guess peanut butter chocolate wasn't a good enough combination. You just had to throw some salami in there or something like that. So they went ahead and crushed up some pretzel garbage, like the crumbs that you find at the bottom of the bag. They just like threw that in the mixer, and they're like, oh no, whatever shall we do? And then the boss walks by and he's just like,
Sell it.
now at first you're thinking, oh well, chocolate covered pretzels, those are pretty good, but these are just objectively bad. They're so terrible. Do they not test their own product before selling them? I mean, they probably think, oh, it's got peanut butter, it's got chocolate, it's got pretzels. Those three are tasty, right? Yeah, separately, not necessarily together. Professional palate. And the craziest part about this, all these ones that I just absolutely cannot stand because they taste so god-awful, I bet you a bunch of you are just gonna be all like, it's not that bad, it's pretty good, I actually like it. Back when I was much younger, probably a kid, something like that, my sister and I, we had a cooking competition. Now, when you're a kid, you're fucking stupid. Her method of cooking was, if it tastes good, then that means if I put it with something else that tastes good, they'll both taste good together, right? You can see how that kind of logic breaks down when you put kimchi on a grilled cheese sandwich. Basically, my sister decided she was going to take mayo, mustard, chocolate syrup, whipped cream, sprinkles, and make an abomination of a sandwich. Needless to say, I won the competition. I'm not sure if I feel good about that victory though. In the words of that one really stupid chef, she only won because I lost. I don't consider that a win.
She only won because I lost. That's not a winner.
I can imagine my sister saying that though. I mean, you know, it would make sense because she was a kid. It's like, Well, he only won because I lost. That's not a win. Well, kiddos, we saved the best for last. Reese's potato chip. Now, this may seem very weird, but there are actually chocolate-covered potato chips that you can get. So there are people out there, probably inbred, who like them. So you have that combination. That combination exists. Chocolate and chips. Chocolate chips, right? Not to be confused with chocolate chips or chocolate chips. But one combination I can't get over is potato chips and peanut butter. Oh yeah, just you know, you got some Tostitos, you got some salsa, bam. You got some Ruffles. Bring out the fucking Jiffy, okay? Yeah, that makes sense. But you know what they say? Professional palate. Also, before I get back into this, ignoring the bite mark, obviously, because I tried this before, but just look at the top. Look at that. Even before eating it, this thing had like tumors growing out of it, like a Siamese twin, where one of the twins just like consumed the other, just fused bodies, and then just like just absorbed the other. That was one of the biggest problems with the pretzel one. It was ridiculously sweet. Compared to all the other ones, oddly enough, the pretzel one was the sweetest, and by far the most disgusting. The potato chip one, though, that is why the potato chip one is better than the pretzel one, surprisingly. One, it actually has a little bit of savoriness to it. The potato chips were actually salted before some poor worker dropped his lunch into the freaking mix, and then some potato chips got involved. FDA just turned their head at just the right time, and then the boss was just like, sell it. The texture works, right? I'm pretty partial to potato chips. The satisfying crunch. I'm a crunch guy, okay? I like the crunch. The pretzel one. So imagine you make yourself a nice PB&J. You use some nice, smooth, creamy peanut butter. You use some jam, your favorite jam or preserves or jelly that you like, whether it be apricot, strawberry, raspberry, snozberry, who gives a fuck? Whatever berry you like. You put that sucker on there, you get some nice bread, and then you just you bite right into it. You expect it to be nice and soft and sweet and filling, but instead you get a weird crunch, and you're thinking to yourself, well, it can't be the bread, because the bread is supposed to be like nice and soft. It's not the jelly or jam or preserves that I used, because that's just fruit. And then you have to think, what's going on with that peanut butter? With all this being said, and all of these being tried, we're gonna go ahead and put them in a ranking order from best to worst. So let me just fuck with the camera again. This just looks like a pile of trash. Anyway, I'm going to say that the snack bar is by far the best tasting, just as a solo. Now, I'd probably pack this as like a dessert to a lunch if I happened to have one of these just lying around. Honorable mention, Junior Mints. Would have given it best taste had it been Reese's, and also if it hadn't fucked up my desk. The one I didn't try, second place. Bam! Solid. It's a thin layer of chocolate. Doesn't have the nasty crinkly edges. Next up, Reese's Pieces. Now, I put the Reese's Pieces in third because even though it tastes disgusting to me, it's creative. This would definitely be a seasonal thing. I can at least see myself getting one of these two just to be all cute around Easter or whatever. Next up, this was actually kind of a toss-up, but next up I will put the other egg, the one that's just filled with peanut butter. The reason I'm putting it there is the milk chocolate layer is even thicker and shit design. So then we have this one. The reason I put it fourth instead of above this one is because this one is bigger. So at least if I'm going to suffer, if I do this one, I won't have to suffer as long. If I do this one, holy mackerel, that's gonna be not a cakewalk. I changed my mind, that's actually even lower. This one, forgot about.
You see how the tripod is empty now? Yeah, that's because the camera. Yeah, so I put these ones here because the cake was dry. It just tastes like normal Reese's, but worse. This one is like normal Reese's, but 1,000 times worse because of the milk chocolate. There's so much of it. It's so thick and it's gross. I don't like it, and I'm never gonna get it again. Even if it is Easter themed, not gonna buy it. This one, the potato chip one, oddly enough outranking the mallow top. Now the reason I put it here was if you didn't tell me it was potato chip, I would have maybe thought it was like some weird toffee thing that they put in there, only because of the texture. I would have just been pretty confused as to why it's so salty, but at least the texture's nice. The mallow top, I cannot stand marshmallow with chocolate. I don't know what it is, but this type of marshmallow, yeah, that's not marshmallow. Marshmallow doesn't look like that. It looks like this. Put a picture of marshmallow. This one, second to last. This one, obviously, dead last. It is disgusting. I'm not even sure how to end this. Have a lovely lovely Easter or whatever you're doing this weekend. Have fun doing it. I don't like Reese's anymore. Ta-ta for now. Later, punks.